much for joining us. I know we're all, feeling it as far as being quarantined, self-quarantine, or just being out of our daily schedule. And I thought it would be fun to have this conversation with my bro and with you as well. So Christian, thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
And I think you have gotten a lot of press this week, which means I've gotten a lot of really nice messages of people wanting me to say thank you to you. So I'll start by saying that. And then the first question that I wrote, because I feel like we should just jump right in, is when did you become such a selfless hero to all human beings? Were you born this way, or did you learn this from someone, say an older sibling, or just someone that was a part of your life from the beginning?
I don't know. No, I mean, I don't know. I think it's just, I think definitely you learn a lot from those siblings who are older. No, I don't know. It's so interesting. I don't know if either me or you, it's such a funny thing, I think we just like to do, in a funny way, like, I think our parents being teachers, like, it is, being a teacher is definitely like one of those jobs that you make no money and you do so much for so many people for ever and ever. Like, it's like, it just starts over the next year, new kids, new families you have to deal with. So I don't know. I guess I've always thought that way. But I also think, I just don't think about it so much. I just kind of like to do things that I think will be, I don't know why I think it's like the right thing to do sometimes. I just like to do it. Which is also why, literally thinking about what?
I said, good job. Good answer.
And I think it's like a similar situation to what's happening now, like we're all at home, or, we're in this really interesting time, and what's so funny is I think having this idea, like, why, me tweeting at the governor, asking him, can we help and how do we do it? You just have to you just can't be scared of that. Like, he could have not answered, fine. But if he does answer, then maybe we can figure something out. So I think that's a big part of it. Like, I am not afraid kind of anything. And I just like to go for things. So I think that is a strength that hopefully all of us can kind of feel a little bit, because it's the best weapon in the world. No fear.
Yeah.
What happened?
Hold on. Technical difficulties.
Wait, I see your computer. Oh, okay.
We're back.
We're back.
I agree. I think, right, being unafraid to just ask what people need is absolutely something that we can all learn from right now. It can be scary, though, when you don't know what to do. Well, I would absolutely love to talk about the masks and, where that idea came from, and have you been talking about that internally before you reached out to the governor? Like, talk about all that.
Yeah, everyone who's, sitting and listening and watching, it is, obviously I was like, okay, my company cannot really work from home because we don't sit at a computer every day. We actually make things. So my whole office consists of people who work with their hands every day. We make clothes, we do patterns, we, everything we do is tangible. So that was really my whole office. We're on a big group chat. There's about 30 of us. And we were like, what do we do? Because we can't really work from home, except for a few people. But anyway, so I was like, and because of this shortage that was happening anyway, I was like, well, we can sew, we can make things. We have somewhat of a production facility in a small way. How can we help? So that's really how it started. And also give my employees something to do so I can still keep paying them. So I didn't have to lay off my entire office. Because a lot of my employees are hourly based employees. So if they're not coming to work, they're not getting paid, unfortunately. A lot of them aren't, but So yeah, that was really it. I just wanted to save the jobs. I was at first being kind of like, how can I figure out how to save my company? And then I was like, well, if we can actually make a lot of masks every day, then we can save all these other people. I will say, logistically, it is unbelievable what you have to go through to be able to do this. Legally, you have to put a disclaimer on every product you make. The actual N95 mask is made in a very tight quarantine facility with no dust, no windows, no nothing. I mean, to set that up takes a lot of time, so we're not there yet, but we're able to make the other ones. And yeah, we've already made a few hundred every day. We got legal certificate from the governor to open my office for under 15 employees. We all work in separate rooms. So yeah, it's very interesting, and kind of mind-blowing, but we're doing it. So we'll see how it goes. And hopefully we can help a lot of people. And we're not charging for them. We're literally giving them to the hospitals. And we took donations from friends and family. Some of my famous celebrity friends gave me a lot of money to help pay everybody that's working. So that's pretty great.
Amazing. Well, and I know you have a really good friend, Sarah, who works in the hospital.
Yeah.
And so she had been sharing feedback with you about the fit of masks as they exist today. And so you're not just making new ones, you're really redesigning them.
Yeah, we really redesigned them. My friend works for New York Presbyterian, my best friend Sarah, and New York Presbyterian has the most cases in New York. But she is called to duty every day because she's an essential worker, so she has to work. And my mask that we made is a better mask. I mean, the masks industry has not been changed. Think about, which is mind-blowing that the paper mask that's worn is disposable, not washable, not bleachable. So it was time for something to be changed. So my mask that we made is washable, bleachable. You can wear it 5 times and then throw it away. So it's quite interesting that didn't exist yet, which is very strange.
Yeah. There's some chats.
Does it blow your mind if anybody's watching? I mean, it's wild. The things that we're learning is very crazy.
Yeah, no, it's totally crazy. There's some comments in the chat. Some people said they want to see the masks when you're done making them. And I know you've been sharing those on Instagram.
Yeah.
Some other questions.
Follow on Instagram because I post videos on my stories of kind of behind the scenes. We can't share too much because legally we're just not allowed. Because unfortunately, even though we all want to help, not everybody can make masks. And just so everyone's aware, there are so many things that could happen. If you make a mask and send it to somebody working, the fabric could be flammable. It could not be. It actually couldn't be breathable enough. There's a lot of things that you have to get approved first before you send masks to people that work in a hospital. People that are every day, if you're going shopping, you can wear anything. But people that actually are working with patients, it's important to test before you deliver them.
Very good advice.
Yeah.
Some of the other questions that are popping up are, I think, things that we all just want to know for our own personal benefit. And it's, what are you doing to stay creative and stay busy, knowing that you're locked in your house? I know it's tough for you because you're used to being busy. What are you even doing?
Art. I think art is the best outlet in whatever way you can figure it out. Even if you're not creative. I mean, it's so funny. I have a few people that have been staying with me and they're not really creative types necessarily, and they've been painting and crafting, and it's really amazing to see actually what comes out of you when you're not forced, but told to do something else. So that's been really nice. I paint every single day myself. I hope that other people are finding ways to be creative as possible. I actually think being creative too is almost a little bit of a self, it's like your own therapy in a way, because let's say, one project could actually take you days if you really wanted to work on something. So I think that is something therapeutic to wake up to every morning and be like, oh, I have to go paint today. It's, I have to finish it is helpful.
Well, you will be getting some of
What are
these
you
in the
doing?
mail. This is a drawing that Oliver did, and
Wait,
Evan and me and Oliver and
oh
Bruno.
my God, I love it. Well, who's
So
the
just so you
tallest?
know, save a spot for it.
I will.
Yeah, so you were in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Luckily, you got out of the
I'm
city.
in my, I'm in my, I'm in my, yeah, I'm in my office right now, which is in New York.
You are.
Yeah, we're working. So we have a full, I mean, we're making hundreds of I think we made 400 masks yesterday. So the team is working hard.
I think there is definitely a desire from the small business community to know like how to push forward. I think everyone is in this new space that they have to be thinking differently and innovate and figure out, what's next. And a big part of what you've done in the past is work with other companies and other businesses. So partnerships.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you able to continue to do work with partners right now, or are things on hold?
A little, I mean, really everything is semi on hold, just because everyone really is scrambling to figure out like what is next for everyone. So yeah, so we'll see. I've definitely had a lot of requests to do different things in the last few days, but obviously we need to make sure that things are like super, right for what's happening. I think all that I really care about is that like everybody is like is still like gets a paycheck in some way. So I think we're all just trying to figure that out. And for everybody, even everybody that's, watching or that has a normal job that goes to work every day, or obviously the people who, work an hourly job is the hardest part for everyone. So that's what I'm trying to collaborate with. Any brand that wants to help in that space, that's kind of who I want to partner with. Obviously, there are plenty of companies that are still billion-dollar corporations that this will not affect them as much as others. So hopefully those people will help.
Mm-hmm. Go show.
Yeah, there's plenty of those who I have worked with. So we'll see. I mean, and yeah, I mean, technically to those people, yes, being, quarantined for it's been only 2 weeks. Those businesses are really not affected that much in the long term, but people who live paycheck to paycheck are already affected. They were affected day one. So hopefully I figure out a way to help that in some way. I don't know. We'll see.
You will.
Yeah.
Okay.
And very, opinionated. So I like to tweet at people. So I will tweet at someone very soon if they're not doing anything. And that usually kind of goes somewhere. So that's how Twitter is very interesting. People really pay attention.
Let me tell you, I'm like Twitter. You should write Twitter a thank you note because they really helped you
Yeah.
make some deals and
Yeah. I mean,
connecting you with Leslie Jones to now
yeah.
making these masks to help with this crisis. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Well, I've got some comments in here I wanted to read. So from Christina, it says, "Thank you, Christian, for making clothes for every type of woman. Your clothing is magnificent. When we get out of quarantine, are there any partnerships or capsule collections in the works for you? I.e., like your line with Payless."
Yeah, we actually have a line with Macy's and Nordstrom that we just launched literally actually like a few weeks ago. So it's available now. We have dresses that are under $100 and it's a full collection, and Macy's will be like a big partner for us. So yeah, it's been really great. Every dress I think is under $170 is the most expensive one, and then we have some for like $79, $89. Yeah, so it's available now, and we hope to continue with them. I think Macy's will be fine after this, so it's online.
I did my college internship at Macy's.
I know, yeah. I spoke at Macy's corporate not that long ago, and it was really interesting what they're doing, but they're interesting people, nice people, yeah.
Very cool. Okay, can we talk about Project Runway real quick?
Sure.
So I know one of the things that I noticed, and I think it's been written about too, is, when you were a contestant on Project Runway, the plus size challenge was like, oh my gosh, like, how are we going to do this? But now that's just a part of every day. If you're going to be successful, you have to be able to dress.
Every challenge, yeah.
So what do you think?
Yeah.
How are they responding to that as far as the contestants? Are they ready for it, or is it still kind of like oh my gosh, I have to do this kind of thing?
Yeah, no, I mean, it definitely is a challenge if you haven't worked with a lot of different body types, which does take time. In your career, you have, every person is different, so it does take time to learn. So those designers that are younger and haven't worked in a lot of places, they have a harder time. But it's great. I mean, it's in every challenge now. It's a requirement to be able to dress lots of different types of people, which we all should be able to do and want to do. So I think the goal is to make it the norm. It is not, we try not to bring it up as much as a challenge, because it shouldn't be a challenge. It should just be like, that's part of what it is on the show. So that's what we do now. And I think it was great. The designers who just showed their collection, that episode aired a few nights ago. They had to have, curvy women in their collection, but it was easy. They didn't even really think about it, which was great.
I love it. Okay, I have another question from the chat. My friend Cassandra says, she's curious what self-care rituals you have. Do you meditate or do anything that you attribute your fearlessness to?
I don't meditate. I buy furniture online, I guess. That's my way of I mean, like, let me tell you, I have a cart right now. I swear to God, there might be 400 things on the cart because I just like to click. That's like my meditation. It's like a click. Even if I'm never going to buy it, it just feels great. So that's my form of meditation.
We're sharing some really personal things here.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah, really personal. It's just a small group of 60 people. No, honestly, like I've never been an overly, I'm not an overthinker. I kind of am pretty decisive. I'm not, obviously I, of course, get stressed and worried about things, and everybody has their bad days, which I do. But only thing that I do if I'm ever stressed or worried about something is I like to put it right into something else, because I just can't. So that I cannot cope or pay attention to it. So I just move on very quickly. I'm like, oh, it's not working. We move on. We try something else.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. There's some others in here. This might be a tough one, but I'll ask you. And I know the answer or what it should be, but fine. You can answer. What is your favorite thing that you have designed, or a piece that was the most special to you?
Oh my God, I have no idea. I don't know. I mean, everything really has like a great story or a great thing. I mean, obviously, like, I think like what we did for Billy Porter was amazing because for the Oscars, because it was just an iconic thing for the world to change, seeing a man in a dress like on a major red carpet like that, like hadn't, people, it's nice to see like a young kid being like, oh, I feel like I can wear what I want to wear to school because I saw that. That's really nice. I think what we did for Michelle Obama at the DNC was very important because, that speech that she gave that night was, I think, a historic speech. So that was very important. But everything, I mean, even when we first dressed Christina Hendricks, it was the first time anybody had ever dressed like a curvy woman like her on a red carpet, and then people judged it, and we, we fought back at it, and that was like hilarious. Like that was so dumb. So they all have a story in their own way. Yeah.
Okay, that was an okay answer, but the actual answer is my wedding dress. You're welcome.
True. You're welcome. I will say, I mean, still to this day, that wedding dress was really fabulous. So, you know, I would love, oh my God, maybe you guys should renew your vows and we need like should we do this? Like, and have a fabulous wedding? I mean, no one can come, obviously. But we could do it as a Skype wedding.
Done. I almost wore one of your dresses that I have here, but I had honestly this nightmare last night that you called me and told me I had to send everything back. And I was like, because it was like something for the pandemic. You're like, this is the time, Shannon, like you have to step up. I need all those clothes back.
Well, because you're doing like a very 90s coffee shop look right now with like the mock neck and the lip. And it's like, you know.
I flat ironed the front of my hair. Not the back.
Great. I'm glad everybody's watching this for your beauty regimen.
Fine. All right, let me find some other good questions in here. Do you have any thoughts? This is from Taylor. Do you have any thoughts on how the pandemic will affect the fashion industry, and would it push towards being more sustainable?
Yes, I mean, fashion is in a bad spot for sure, not to like sugarcoat it. Fashion already was in a weird spot anyway, because people are shopping very differently. So it's in a tough place. I mean, like I said, like fashion is it's a consumer-based business. If no one's working, no one can buy anything. If no one can go to the office to make clothes, no one can ship them. It's a trickle effect. Which is literally why I needed something to do, and I'm glad that we're able to do something that's good. I mean, but like my whole company could actually turn into a medical manufacturing company. Like that might happen if this continues. So fashion's in a really, I mean, no one's buying, not no one, but a lot of the majority of people are not buying, dresses that look like this anymore, because where are you going to wear that dress? You have nowhere to go, sadly.
Well, my friend Bethany put a really genius idea that maybe the next virtual event that we do as Rebelle is I'll just try on all the Siriano outfits I have in my closet.
Oh, I love it. I'll do the
reason why. So
I mean, soon I'm gonna like have, we'll see.
And for Christmas, Mom and I are getting married.
I like it.
So it's cool. Okay, let's talk about something.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's do like a little recap of last year, because 2019 for you was like bananas. I mean, you mentioned the Billy Porter red carpet. That was crazy. Project Runway, obviously, the second season has been so well received. You spoke at RebelleCon, which was amazing. Obviously, highlight of your career, I'm sure.
Highlight.
And also Paris Fashion Week. Like,
yeah,
so much.
We did a lot. What's even interesting about like this business, it's really crazy. Like even right now, yes, 2019 was insane. We did so much. But 2020, let me tell you what happened already, because my beginning of my year is my busiest. January and February are very busy. We do, from January to February, we showed a collection of Fashion Week. I filmed the finale and the last 3 episodes of Project Runway, and we did 6 award shows. We did the SAGs, the Golden Globes, the Critics' Choice, the Grammys, the Oscars, and the Independent Spirit Awards, all within 2 months of each other. Like, it was unbelievable. Like, it's kind of insane. So in a way, like right when everything was happening, I was like, well, God, I'm so lucky that I finished my show and finished like everything, because we would then really be in a bad place. But yeah, like my years are very crazy. Right at January 6th was the Golden Globes. Think about that. It's wild.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Did you have anything, I don't know if you can even share this, but did you have anything planned for 2020 that is just like not going to happen? Or is everything just kind of still wait and see?
I mean, we did a little bit, yeah, that has already kind of changed. I mean, I will say, like, we show a resort collection in the month of June. It's kind of like it's not even resorty. It's more of just a in-between seasons, and we're not doing it, probably. So that's sad. I was going to have a second book, that's not happening probably. So yeah, lots of sad things to go away. But but hopefully we'll have lots of great things like, you know, making masks and hospital gowns and saving people. That's a little better. So that's good.
I'm proud of you for looking at the bright side of things.
Yeah.
I love it. Joy Soriano wants to know, are you going to be on Good Morning America tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow, is it tomorrow? I think it is tomorrow. Yes, I will be on Good Morning America tomorrow morning. Yes, like this. I will be doing
You definitely need a ring light.
I know, I do. I look so pale. The sun's coming out.
You look fine. I'm just saying, like, it's helpful. I don't have one, but I just ordered one on Instagram because I'm getting lots of ads in my feed.
Well, that's also, you're getting those ads because they're retargeting ads because you are obviously already looked at one. My ads on my phone are all furniture, so don't worry. It goes, all of the ads that everyone's looking at is based on what you recently searched. Yeah.
I'm sure. Jackie got one for $12 on Amazon. I'm just about to feed the Amazon.
No, but no Amazon. Take a break from Amazon, everyone. That's not to give you my personal opinions, but really there's a lot of companies that haven't stepped up yet, and Amazon is still one of them, and they really, really need to. So take a break for just a week.
I know. Okay, here's another really good question, and I think we'll take like 2 more, and then I'll let you go because I know you're super busy. My friend Mirna asked, what are the ways you get past a creative block, and where are you currently getting inspiration?
I mean, I don't get a lot of creative blocks, to be honest. I have a problem actually having so many ideas and thoughts all the time, which is why I make so many things all the time. That's luckily for me, but on the flip side, like, it is hard sometimes to like fully be inspired by it. Like, even sometimes when, like, you know, we'll do 10 people on a red carpet, not every single one of them I was that inspired to do, like, because, you know, people were telling me what to do or giving me parameters. So, and that's the same with sometimes, like, it is hard to get inspired by, especially right now when, you know, you're like, can you be inspired by something? Because it's a weird time. But so I guess now I really just let imagination do it all. And I just think, like, if you can dream something, then you can do it in some way. Yeah.
I love it.
I guess that's it.
That was a good one. I feel like I should end there because that was like really, really great. If anybody else has what?
So it's so interesting. It's at the top of this screen.
Yeah.
I can see everybody sitting.
Yeah. So, okay, go on the top of your screen.
Oh,
and there's like a little button that looks like 9 squares.
Yeah.
Click it.
No, I know.
Did you do it?
Wait, that's cool.
Yeah. So now you can really see everybody. All right, wave to Christian.
I see my mom.
And Pop.
Hold on, wait. And then I go through the pages because it's this many people. Interesting. Very cool.
Pretty cool, huh?
No one's in bed. Some people are. I see.
There are some people in bed for
so
sure.
If you don't, if it doesn't show me, what does that mean? That you just didn't want me to see you?
Correct.
Interesting.
So like if people are in the bathroom or
just like doing whatever, should I mean,
didn't put makeup on and really, or if they're like at work still, they're not supposed to be doing that.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm like, oh wow, I should call out people who are not letting me see them.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I understand, because now that I see this, I'm like, oh, the lighting. But the sun came out, so I feel like it's like better.
Yeah.
No,
it's.
But I do have an update. We are at almost 1,000 masks by the end of the day, so that's exciting. So there's my update for the day.
Yay.
And which means they're annoyed that I'm not up there, so I have to go. And I'm like, I think that's what that passive aggressive text meant.
Well,
yeah. So, but
thank you.
Thanks, guys. This was really fun.
Yeah. Really fun. We'll do it again.
Good luck to everybody at home or wherever you are. And stay safe and keep yourself busy. And hopefully we will all get through this together and we can do this again.
Okay. Bye. Love you.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
I don't know.